Welcome to my little studio all by myself. I'm Jamie Mayfield, and let's put you guys over here on needle number one. Takes me just a second. I'm not one of those fancy YouTubers that has their own. There, you guys can see better if I turn my bright light off, which it kind of is not fun for me, but hey, it's all for you guys, right? Alright, so I'm Jamie Mayfield, and thanks for joining me today. We're going to make a lace Christmas ornament. So, this one is really easy and really fun. What you need to know, I'm making it for a 4-inch ornament, okay? And I'll change yarn over here at this needle. Let me get my little counter box restarted so that I can keep track of my rows. Okay, what you need to know about ornaments is, one, they probably ought to be at looser tension than your regular sock tension. So I normally knit on this machine with my heel spring on, and if I make these ornaments with my heel spring off, then it goes really well for me. Now today I am using the active white sock yarn. Let me get this out of the way, get the waste yarn out of the way. Let's see. They call this white. I think it's a little more natural, but you know what? It's close enough. I think it's going to be beautiful. I've gone crazy this past week making Christmas ornaments because I think they'll be really good for really pretty on my Christmas tree. I'm using plastic 4-inch ornaments from Hobby Lobby. And the reason I am doing that, here is my this will be my number one needle for you guys to see it better. So I waited until that one closed. So what I'm going to do is pull that through. Notice here's the hole, but here's where I'm changing my yarn. Now, you got to leave a long tail at the front, you got to leave a long tail at the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter which one you're using. And on this ornament, we're going to use every other needle. Now, if I drop my yarn right here, I'm going to drop this stitch because there's nothing for it to knit. So let me reach behind here. And remember that needle closed, so I have to get my little pick tool and open that needle up. Put my white yarn in there. Oops, I want to make sure that the green yarn is in there too. So an ornament, when you're doing it like this, should be about 4.5 inches in length with the weight off of the machine. Okay? We made an ornament for the CSKMS annual event on Saturday, but this one's different. This one is a different way to work the needles. Okay? So we're going to knit. Let's knit 5 rows. Now I like to stop at 6 o'clock, and so what we're going to do, and for all intents and purposes, I'm going to knit 7 rows, stop at 6 o'clock. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to sit here and watch me do all these stitches, because this is kind of see, I already messed up what I wanted to do. Okay, we're going to just keep at it. I'm going to hang the 3rd bar on a needle. The 3rd bar on a needle. Okay? Once I've worked all the needles on the back half of the machine, I'll crank around to midnight, and I'll work the needles on the front half of the machine. Okay? 3rd bar. So I cranked 7 rows, and I'm hanging the 3rd bar. There we go. So now I'm going to crank 2 rows. Okay, and I'm going to hang this second bar. I feel like there should be some music in the background. I wish I could visit with you guys while I'm doing this, but I have to pay attention to what I'm doing, so I can't watch and see if you guys have any messages. Okay, cut forward. Switch hands. Crank 1, 2 rows. Start over. Hang that third bar. Sometimes it's hard to understand lace patterns, and I'm going to try to explain. Okay, when I crank this row around, it doesn't really count because it's knitting that row. Okay. Then I count my 2 more rows. You can find this pattern on csmsupplies.com. Myra wrote this pattern. Although she started with every needle and then removed every other needle, it's not necessary if you're making this ornament. So that was the first row. Now I'm cranking 1, 2, and I'll stop at 6 o'clock. And just keep doing this over and over until I have 4.5 inches. Now, let me just say this about that. What I do when I'm ready to measure is I'll take the weight off and I'll put my measuring tape down in there. Okay? And I can't imagine that you guys want to sit here and watch me do this whole ornament. I don't think I want to watch me do this whole ornament. Oops. Okay. So now it's knitting the knit 2 together row. Then after that's when you need to go 2 rows. So it's knitting the knit 2 together row. Now 1, 2, and I'm starting my counting when I pass over here at needle number 1. Okay, it doesn't take very long. It's a little fiddly, but it makes a pretty ornament. Alright, so when I'm finished here, when I'm finished with all these, I'm going to knit 5 more rows and measure. Then I just happen to have an ornament that I've already finished. Ooh, that white is, you gotta make sure. Let's see, there you go, you can see it. Now, what I did already was gather these stitches, okay? So, the other thing I did too is I gathered the top end of the stitches. Now, okay, you guys are making me have a hot flash once again. No, actually, I turned the heat on first thing this morning, and It's just now getting warm. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to gather each loop up. Okay, now I gathered these loops up. I didn't pull it super tight on the bottom. Okay, I probably need to stop time, okay? Now I've got my 4-inch ornament, and I'm going to put it in the knitting. Okay, see there, I said it again. So we've got it in there. Now I can unravel this and use it again. The thing about these ornaments, see, it likes to drop stitches when you're just knitting with every other needle. So you need to get yourself plenty of waste yarn between each ornament. Okay, now it looks like it's not going to fit, right? So I'm just going to pull this up, and it fits just fine. And there you have a beautiful lace ornament. This is a plastic 4-inch ornament from Hobby Lobby, because I have a Hobby Lobby in my town. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys it's been a really busy day here at CSM Supplies. I updated. We received some new bundles, not new bundles, but the bundles that have been out of stock. I got them in and updated my inventory on the website. So if you need a Peru or zigzag bundle, they are back in stock. And I'm telling you guys, this is October 27th of 2020. So if you were looking for a bundle, but I sold them before you got a chance to get one, you guys are the first to know. What I'm doing is I'm just running my needle through these loops again. I don't think it's necessary because, I mean, this is just a Christmas ornament, right? Once I get all the way around, then what I'm going to do is pull it up tight. I'm going to back stitch one time. Tie that off a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to run the tail down through a leg of a stitch. Okay. See, I said it again. I think I better quit saying that. Okay, well, shucks. There you go. I ran it through that one leg right there. Now I'm going to just run it up the same stitch, the other leg of the V. Just getting that yarn wrapped around that V. Probably don't even need to do it that many times. Then I will pull that up. And if I could find my scissors, here they are. I just used them to open my box, so I bet they're not going to cut very well. Cut my tail, and there I have a beautiful ornament for my tree. I'm so excited. Thanks for joining me today. I apologize for saying okay too many times. I know this was a quick one, but I've got to sit around here and make up some more ornament patterns because I have enough of these already, and I need another ornament. I need another lace pattern. So I will see you guys soon.